the last fight I trained very specific, 6 foot plus southpaws in the middleweight to light heavyweight range. That's who I trained with for the last contest. So this one, we've gone back to 5'7", stocky, stuffed wrestlers with mediocre boxing. That's the opponent I'm going up against. But we've got solid boxers, we've got solid wrestlers, we've got that is a body type that's very easily found. I mean, I've been facing this opponent, this new opponent, the body type, the attacks. I've been facing that style my whole life, so it's like it's easy, really. It's a lot better for me. You know what I mean? It's handy. You don't got to source out these taller, bigger. They've got to be southpaws also. They've got to react certain ways. There's a million opponents, or there's a million training partners that replicate this next opponent's style. So I'm very happy with it. We've been preparing intelligent. We've continued on the cardiovascular training that I've been doing, and we've been monitoring that very closely. Now that my body fat is dropping, I'm getting a lot leaner. Again, making 155 before it was 170. I was stuffing my face to get to 168. So now at 155 I'm shredding out nicely, and I find that my VO2 max has improved significantly, very much so. I'm feeling good.
Here, what's going to ask, stylistically, what kind of threats does Eddie Alvarez pose?
You know, I don't think he poses any threat. I don't believe. You know, he's tough. He's a tough kid. Yeah, he's got some good fights under his belt, good experience. So I'm expecting him to come in and fight with his heart, but I don't see it going well for him. I feel he'll be unconscious. So.
Got a question from Ben Humphreys here. He says, when doing your psychological warfare, do you think there's anything that's disrespectful to say?
You know, this is the fight business. I'm not going out thinking psychological warfare when I enter out there. You know, that last press conference, I wanted to go out a little bit different even. I walked in happy, positivity, you know what I mean? I'm set for life. I am set for life. My family will never go hungry. So I was just wanted to go up and enjoy it. And then they try and come at me. You know what I mean? Then they try and come at me, the whole lot of them. So if you want to come at me, you want to come at the king, you better be prepared, because the king will come and take you out. So I don't feel there's nothing. I mean, it's all fair in this business. Anything goes in this game. It's a ruthless business, and I am the most ruthless.
Your name's been synonymous with breaking records in the UFC, highest gate, highest pay-per-view. But do you ever get the chance to reflect on those achievements?
I mean, we keep breaking them. We keep seeking more. We keep, you know, they tell me you'll never do this. You'll never win world titles. I've done it consecutively, so we keep pushing the envelope. Keep going. So I'm almost. I conquer one, and then I'm on to the next. So I work and I hustle like I'm not in the position I'm in. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm set. I could literally just put my feet up, but I hustle like I'm not in that position, and I work like I'm not in that position.
Champagne asks, how did you end up in Call of Duty, and how did it even come about?
Well, I've been a fan of the Call of Duty game for a long time. When Black Ops came out, I was actually obsessed with the game. I used to stay up all night, literally playing the game all night. So when many things get presented to me, many things get put on the table, many offers, many partnerships, all kind of stuff comes through my door. So when Call of Duty presented itself, we dived all over it. I was very happy to be a part of something like that, something that I played religiously. You know what I mean? I was obsessed with it, and then of course the size of it, the magnitude of it. I mean, you're talking bigger than Hollywood. Any movie blockbuster, any of them, Call of Duty trumps it. So, you know, if it's big business, then I'm all in, and that's what Call of Duty is. So I'm happy. it was a great partnership.
Ian Gaunt says, what's your earliest memory of the game, and why did you love it so much?
One memory, I was speaking to a guy on the phone before you. It's like I said, I'd wake up and I'd train for a couple of hours, and then I'd go home and I'd sit and I'd play the game early evening, and then I'd play the game all night, literally until 6:30 in the morning the next morning, when my girlfriend would wake up. And when she woke up to go to work, this was years ago now, when she woke up to go to work, I knew that was my cut-off time. It's time to go to sleep. And then when she came back after finishing work, she'd wake me up, and alright, it's time to get up now. I'd eat, I'd go train for a couple of hours, I'd come home, and then I'd repeat the process. So that was just the way I was with the game. I was just playing it all night, all night long.
John Vander asks, what's your most extravagant purchase? The one thing that really stood out and I think, wow, I've got this.
I mean, cars, clothes, watches. You know, I enjoy purchasing things.
Conversely, Sammy Pinner asks, what's the craziest gift you bought someone?
The craziest gift I've bought someone? I have no idea. Don't know. I don't think about it. I don't know. I'm very generous. I'm generous, so I don't know. I've given a lot of gifts, but it's good to give back. I think you should give more than you take. Not a lot of people do that. So I think if you're in a position where you're taking more than you're giving, you need to assess that and change it. So I like to give.
Chris Benson asks, how do you feel about fighting Eddie Alvarez on home soil?
It's my home soil. New York is mine. Like I said, the Irish built New York. We run the entire East Coast. Where Eddie is actually from, Philadelphia. The Irish have been running Philadelphia for a long time. The Irish Mafia has strong links in there. So I know he knows about my people. So I know he knows about who we are. So it's an honour to fight on my home soil.
Ian Beard asks, do you have a prediction for the fight? How's it going to go down, and is there a round you can pick?
I think my fist is bigger than his head. I think I'll plant him with a shot, and it's going to be a good night. So I feel it's going to be early, and it's going to be devastating.
Jim Bollard asks, are you excited for the return of Ronda Rousey? And how do you think her next fight will go down?
Yeah, I'm very excited. You know, it's good to finally see her back. I think losses can really affect. You know, it's a crazy business we're in. You know what I mean? Especially at the very, very high top. So, I hope she took inspiration on how I came back from my defeat. And I wish her all the best. She's fighting a solid competitor. I'm excited to see how it unfolds.
Ethan Holmes says, is there one fight that you'd like to go back and fight again? Any in previous history?
I'm about moving forward. So I'm happy with every contest, wins, losses, all of them. So
Jose Aldo really wants the rematch. Do you think you've ever given the rematch?
I don't. You know, I think I don't think he wants the rematch. I think he's happy with this feud and this get out clause. You know what I mean? He won. I knocked him out. Then he came back, won a decision. He has an interim belt. I think he wants this kind of feud with the UFC, and he wants to just separate himself, because he doesn't want this again. So
Sam Greenwood wants to know if a Nate Diaz trilogy fight will ever happen.
Yeah, I think potentially so. The more I think about it, Nate is going to be. There was a lot of damage done to Nathan in that last fight. Even looking at his facial features, they are not the same. So I know those close to him will understand what I'm talking about. So there could be a potential fight maybe down the line for the lightweight belt after I win this, but to see him have to make the weight, and then to see the damage that he took in the last fight, and then come in on a much lower at a much lower weight, it wouldn't end good for him. So I'd imagine, and I'd probably hope, that his people close to him would stop him from doing it. It's done now. Cash your money and bounce. But
Alex Thompson asks, will a fight between you and Floyd Mayweather ever happen?
Floyd's afraid of a fight. Floyd doesn't want to fight. Floyd wants a boxing match. And I've already said, no problem. Get my fucking money. And when you get my money, then we can box in this boxing match under these set of specific rules that will keep you alive. So, I'm here. Where's my money? Because if you keep dropping my name and you haven't got the money, then I'm going to show up at your front door. So, we'll see. But Floyd does not want a fight. Floyd wants a match under a specific set of rules. I don't need rules. So, I'm open. Let's see what happens. Right now it's just talk.
Hannah Verne says, Mystic Mac, can you give us a prediction for 2017? Who you'll be fighting and where you'll be fighting?
You know, I can, but it will blow. The whole game is going to be set alight. The world is going to explode inside that octagon when I have them two belts wrapped around my shoulder in Madison Square Garden. So all I'll say is, stay tuned.
Jack Hind asks, what's your message to Eddie Alvarez?
I have no message. It's over. They know it's over too. They're apologetic. They said this, they said that, they said everything. Now it's, he's the best striker I've ever seen. We apologise, I apologise. It's, show up, take your ass whooping, and I'll see you later.
That's it, guys. Thanks for the questions. Conor,
Thank you.
thanks for the time.
Thanks so much.